today I'm really blessed to be joined by Mr. Elliot Kay, the coach with the hat. So just to introduce Elliot, Elliot is my mentor. He is someone that has empowered me. He's someone who in the last year has spoken on 4 different continents. He's reached more than 1,500 people in Power to Succeed over the last year.
Yep.
And he's constantly impacting lives. So first of all, we are literally here at the end of one of your one-day trainings, the money blueprint. How does it feel having impacted so many people in the last 12 hours?
No, it feels really good. To me, it's about seeing people really shift and make. A lot of people came in with their stuff around money, and to me, to see everyone leave with a different relationship and actually understanding the relationship, it's a flow, it's an energy when you're dealing with money. So I'm really, really happy with today's outcome. And you know, I mean, you experienced it. The love in the end in the room was fantastic. When you introduce energy around money, that can be tricky, but actually everyone ended up in a really great space. So I'm very happy about that.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm really glad for you to be here at this point after delivering 12 hours worth of training. It just shows how much energy you have.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a bit more about what Power to Succeed is?
Sure. So Power to Succeed is a 2-day experiential seminar, but it's much more than that. Actually, it's a 1-year program, and there's various entry levels. But Power to Succeed, the 2-day seminar, is where I really get entrepreneurs, or what we call prepreneurs. So entrepreneurs who aren't quite entrepreneurs yet, who want to be entrepreneurs, but haven't started the path to being entrepreneurs. So they're prepreneurs. We really get people to address what might be blocking them. So their relationship with judgment, their relationship with success, how values influence them, and also how to really connect and really understand the role of responsibility and what it takes to take responsibility in their lives. Because a lot of people conceptually get what success is about, they get it intellectually, but there's something in our subconscious that stops us. And everything that I teach is stuff that I used on myself to turn my business around, to turn my situation around, and it worked on me. And I'm not particularly clever. You know, I wasn't brought up in any particularly wealthy family. So if I can do it, I feel like it's my duty to share the tools. And that's why I do Power to Succeed. So that's why Power to Succeed was born. But it's done differently. So it's not me sitting down and talking for hours on end, and this is the next step, and here's the next step, and here's how to be successful, You know, what it is putting people, setting them up almost, to magnify how they show up and then address it. And we've seen some really explosive results from a lot of people from attending the 2 days, but the real magic happens in the 1-year program. But the 2 days are exceptional value.
Definitely. It has a huge reputation within London now, and we're looking forward to seeing you take it to different countries. I know you've spoken Spain and Israel, so who knows where, in the US, so who knows where Power to Succeed is going to be in the future.
And take over the world, Ben.
Definitely. So, I mean, you said Power to Succeed came a lot from your own experiences. Can you tell us about how it was formed?
Yeah, excuse me. A couple of years ago, more now, it's about 3 years ago now, the end of 2010 was really good. It was like, I had the best month of my coaching career, I had, another contract, things were great. And then within a month, I pretty much lost all my clients, I lost my contracts, I lost the girl I was in love with, and the investment I had put money into had collapsed. Now, part of my frustration in that period wasn't just that I was in that situation, was that I knew the tools. And I was like, why am I here? I know the tools, I knew them intellectually, I was a coach at the time. Why am I here? And I really started to look at, I understood already about subconscious, unconscious programming, but I really went deeper in that. And I realized to embody a learning, it's about putting it through an experience that stimulates. So I started to do this on myself, and I overcame other stuff that I had to deal with because I understood that I had other programs that were running besides my self-sabotage around money. I had my own self-image issues, my self-worth issues. I had a terrible relationship with judgment. And while intellectually going, stop judging yourself, you can say that till the cows come home, but until it's an unconscious thing, nothing shifted. And so what I teach at Power to Succeed are the processes I put myself through. Yeah. And I'm very open and honest with how I came up and against them. And I think because they work so well on me and they're working so well on other people, that's why Power to Succeed was born. Because it was my experience with my situation, what was going on with me, that inspired that. But I was frustrated with the industry. I was really frustrated with the coaching industry because there was so much information, so much intellectual information that I felt the experience was missing, and that's where Power to Succeed came in.
Yeah, I mean, because Power to Succeed has a reputation for being one of the most experiential trainings around. So why do you choose to go down the experiential route and not just speak in PowerPoint for like 9 hours, which is common?
The reason I went with Experiential, so I have a mentor that does Experiential. He's the lead Experiential facilitator globally. While I take his philosophy, I have a different approach. Mine's approach all about peak performance and about how you deal with challenge on your path to success. Again, all my advanced courses are themed differently to give you different learnings. And the reason I went with Experiential is because it impacted me so deeply that I feel that it impacts other people so deeply. And it does. And people show up. And a lot of people showing up expecting the 9 hours of being talked to and chiseled down and beep, and here's how to be successful, beep, you know, and here's the next step to being successful, beep, you know, versus let me throw you into this process and bring you out on the other side. Is it everyone's cup of tea? No. But I'm not here to please everyone. I'm here to get results out of people. So we have people that come and tend to leave early, and then we have people that come back 3-4 times because they get so much value. So those are the people I'm interested in, the people that are willing to face their stuff front on. It works so well for me, which is why I created Power to Succeed.
Definitely, and I mean, for me personally, the whole concept of GTeX has come about from training with you, and we're now on our 18th event in less than a year. So can you talk about more results that you've gained with working with people?
Generally, yeah. I mean, there's such a wide range of my advanced members. I mean, yourself, you've done 18 GTexes, and how many talks have you done?
Yeah, I lose count.
So many, hundreds and thousands.
If there's a stage.
If there's a stage. I mean, I know, for example, Simone, when he came to Power to Succeed, he left his job not long after. And some of my advanced members, one recently just raised £25,000 worth of investment. What else am I thinking of? One of our advanced members is a lawyer. She's now really formulating her ideal business. We've had people that have come, want to work on their relationships, and they found a relationship. But if I was to go through each one, for example, one of my advanced members is one of the lead providers of mechanics, right, for meat factories in the UK. And his business has gone massive. I mean, he's hit huge heights because of what he's learned. You know, also we have someone who's into space engineering as well, something about this. And he's finding a foundation for his business now as well. We've got spoken word artists, and he's getting his voice out. There's a lot of people that actually, as well as getting financial recognition, have launched their own coaching practices, have really taken their business to the next level. And it's really kind of humbling to see people get those results. You know, from people attending Power to Succeed alone, I keep getting these emails telling me how much it's changed their life. One woman wrote to me saying after attending Power to Succeed, she enrolled in an NLP course, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, for those who don't know, to really help her confidence. She got the job that she was going after, and now she's willing to be a public speaker. So it's all about that. One of our advanced members is running a public speaking business, which I think you know very well, Pammy, and I'm involved in that. She's also an advanced member. Because to me it's about the action, about the results. It's not about the theory.
Yes.
There's room for theory, but it's about application very quickly. And again, you know, we're all very good at the classroom intellectualization. That's the one.
I think.
Of things versus application. Yeah. And to me, it's about the application, which is probably more important than conceptually getting things.
Yeah, definitely. Having worked with you, I know one of your core things is getting people into action, which is why there's a 12-month program. So, what would you say, I know you've got so many tools and so many bits of advice, but what would you say one of the most powerful things was for you?
One of the most powerful things for me was to realise that passion isn't enough. There's lots of people that are passionate about what they do, but you need passion, absolutely, and passion will get you far, but it won't get you all the way, and that's a hard lesson I learned as well. I always missed the passion, I still am Mr. Passionate. But you know, as well as passion, you need focus, you need action, and you need strategy. And a lot of people forget those key steps, because what happens sometimes with passion, because it's such heart space and it's so big that people they forget to hone it in direction and have a focus to their passion. Because if you're passionate about helping people, people end up helping everyone.
Yeah.
And then you end up burnt out. And so it's about the focus. And it's about the application. So people are like, I'm really passionate about this, I'm really passionate about that, but I just need to study one more thing. I just need to learn one more thing. I just need to go to one more course. I just need one more thing. And because I'm so passionate about it, I want to know everything. And people forget to apply and implement. And then, of course, strategy is so important. The whole reason I managed to turn the business around is because I started to think strategically. Not just doing, not just this. I started to really think strategically about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And have dates and have a timeline and have a reason behind things. And that was very, very important. And that's the main thing. So one of the key things is passion will get you far, but it won't get you everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely relate to that myself, because I remember when I first met you, I was like, yeah, so I'm going to take over the world. Had very little in terms of direction, and now it's, over the last 1.5 years, it's changed and been laser focused, and now literally just using GTeX and getting more and more speakers, more and more audience, and just delivering value. So working towards our passion, but in a lot more streamlined way. And I think every mentoring session we have is, okay, look at the next step in terms of strategy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of passion, what would you say you're really passionate about? What got you into this field of empowering others?
So there's certain levels that I believe you can have of passion. I mean, I'm passionate on one-on-ones and seeing people come in and with their blockages and seeing them shift. I'm passionate about people coming into my room at one space and then leaving it with another, completely transformed. I am genuinely passionate in seeing people succeed. You know, again, my success, their success is still partly my success. So I take great honour and humbleness in seeing people succeed. That's what I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about impacting the universe. I'm passionate about creating impact for good in this world. I'd really like to see a world where there's better ways to deal with conflict, besides blowing each other up.
Definitely. I mean, where does that come from again?
Well, you see, I grew up in a war-conflicted country, and so death was very much part of everyday life, and you also kind of knew that at any minute stuff could kick off. And I just don't think that's a great way of being brought up. That's a great situation for the world to be in. And you know, it's a very volatile environment, and the greatest cost is human life. It's not about sides, and whether, you know, the other side will ever think that way, I'm not interested in. I'm interested in human life, and for me, any life that is killed for the sake of an ideology or for the sake of politics or for the sake of proving a point is life wasting. You know, I get fighting for a cause, I understand that concept, but I believe that there's more and effective ways to do it. Conflict will always be, it's been in our nature since day one, but I just think there's more effective ways to deal with it.
Definitely. I mean, because that I know from working with you that dealing with my inner stuff has allowed me to get to where I am. So, as you said, if you deal with everyone's inner conflict, then out conflict would definitely vanish.
Yeah.
So, where do you plan to take this?
Well, I know you want to take over the world.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping there's room for both of us.
Definitely.
I really want to I want this to grow. I want this to be in various continents. I'd love to take this to the States. I'd love to take it to the Middle East. You know, there's various places I'd love it to go. I'd like it to become a vehicle of transformation. So it's not just about the seminars, it's about the online products, it's about the books, it's about all the different tools that we create and use and develop to help people have that. I'd love to set up the Inner Peace Foundation, which offers these tools, you know, takes conflict resolution tools. That's where I'd like to take it, really. I'd like to, you know, be traveling across the world and delivering and teaching and working with people on these situations. Yeah. That's what I'd like to do.
Because I know, again, from working with you, one of your things is about being of service. It's not about me. Can you go into that and explain a bit about that?
Yeah, it's about, you know, coming from a contribution mindset to be of service, but while still understanding that you're still running a business, that it's okay to charge, and it's okay to build, and it's okay to do, right? But being of service means excuse me, giving yourself to something that's bigger than you, to a bigger purpose, and that's, you're of service to that purpose. Because if we were more of service to each other, then we'd certainly have a better world to live in. But you see, being of service doesn't mean give, and someone take. It does mean to decide to come and be of service and not expect anything back. So you always have to look at the intention behind being of service, and if you're doing it because you think you're going to get back karma-wise or whatever, it's the wrong energy. But if you're just giving, it will happen anyway, you see. So being of service, I'm of service to my purpose, I'm of service to my advanced members, I'm of service to people empowered to succeed, but I don't shortchange myself. I'm very upfront. I'm like, look, this is still a business, I'm still growing. I think it's okay to make money en route to being of service. However, I think also it's important to give yourself to a higher purpose, and I think that's key to me, being from a place of contribution, being a place of growth, because you can do much more with than without.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm doing this to eventually get to the point where it hits the tipping point, and okay, maybe I don't need to charge for certain things because the business is taking care of itself.
Yeah.
But till then, that's the way it needs to be.
Fantastic. And outside of personal development, what are you passionate about? What do you do?
I'm passionate about my football club.
How did they do today?
They lost. Yes, they did.
Good things happen.
They do. They clearly don't have the power to succeed. I think they need to attend a 2-day seminar for free and get in touch with their power to succeed. I'm very passionate about my football team. Very passionate about my beautiful fiancée and the life we're building together. You see, it's a tricky one for me because most of my time is devoted to this, and my passion really lies in this. I do love traveling, but I love traveling to deliver stuff. So, I am growing passionate more and more about downtime. So I'm really loving my downtime. I do enjoy some TV programs. I do watch TV as well. But my passion really, besides this, is I guess my football team and my music, my amazing fiancée. I'm passionate about.
Fantastic. What do you have in store for us?
I'm going to talk about passion isn't enough.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take through the 5 steps that go hand in hand with passion and really get people to shift their paradigm, and while being passionate, understand there's other steps that follow on from that. And that's what I'm going to be sharing at GTeX.
Fantastic. Because, again, you spoke about your advanced members, and I think one of the key things is everyone is doing something they're passionate about, but they are also getting results. Can you just quickly give us one of those tools in a very brief way that you're going to look at?
One of those tools for the evening, I'm going to look at persistence versus resistance. And I'm going to do an exercise around that, so persistence versus resistance.
Can you briefly speak about persistence versus resistance?
I can, because a lot of us go into action with resistance, and when there's a force that you're resisting, then it's going to have a different effect. But when you're in your flow and you're persistent and it's moving forwards energy and it's moving forwards space, then again you're going to get different results. But also your state and your whole intention behind it is different.
Yeah.
So if you're doing anything with resistance, it's got a different force which is heavy and hard, versus being persistent, moving forwards and knowing it's leading to a bigger goal. It has an impetus behind it. So that's what one of the things I'll be covering.
Fantastic. So if you're passionate about something and really want to take it to the next level, then GTeX are really, really excited to be hosting Elliot Kay, the coach with the hat, for a 90-minute workshop on the 1st of April. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for your time, Elliot.
My pleasure. Thank you.